Paw Print News. I'm Emma Browning.
And I'm Buresh, and we'll be covering the top international, national, and local news stories from the past month.
In international news, for the past week or so, President Donald Trump has been touring Asia. After starting in Hawaii, President Trump then headed to Japan, then Korea, China, Vietnam, and the Philippines in order to encourage regional powers into pressuring North Korea to abandon its ballistic missile program.
In national news, the First Baptist Church in Southern Springs, Texas was the target of a shooting on November 5th, taking the lives of 26 victims, including a pregnant woman and her unborn child and a 77-year-old man. The shooter, Devin Kelly, was a former Air Force member who was, after being dishonorably discharged, and had been a victim of domestic violence and had been mentally disturbed because of this. Kelly fled the church after the shooting and escaped 10 miles down the road before authorities say he killed himself. Although the church mourns the loss of their beloved, they will continue having services this Sunday, claiming that is what the deceased victims would have wanted them to do.
This tragedy has drastically affected the Christian community across the nation, with people looking for ways to help those affected. Now to our correspondent, Olivia Price.
This is Olivia Price, your woman in the hallway, with Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, how do you feel like we should respond to tragedies like what happened in Texas this past week?
It's a good question. I think if we're followers of Jesus, we first of all grieve with them without offering any pat answers. I think we offer them our prayers and any assistance that we can in their daily needs as they suffer through. We suffer with them as a Christian community.
Thanks, Mr. Johnson. This has been your woman in the hallway. Back to you, Noah and Emma.
Thanks, Olivia. In KCC news, the first basketball practices are being held today after school in the gym for the boys and girls. If you are interested in playing, make sure you make it to these practices.
This Friday is the annual KCC auction, so there will be an early dismissal at 11:15. It is also mid-quarter this Friday, so be sure you complete all of your missing assignments.
Trending now is the highly anticipated album Reputation by Taylor Swift, which is her most recent album since her last release, 1989, over 3 years ago.
Apple's iPhone X has also been released this month, yet with so many pre-orders and people waiting in line to get their own, Apple ran out of iPhones in stock. So if you ordered your own, you'll have to wait until more iPhones get produced, because unlike the name suggests, these apples don't grow on trees.
And that's our show. Be looking out for more features and stories on the Paw Print website.
Thanks for watching!